Hi, I'm Roger from EVANNEX. Today we're going to talk about our trunk organizer for Model X. We'll discuss the features and also the very quick install that you'll need to do to get this product installed in your new Model X. Before we get started, I'd just like to talk a little bit about the features of the trunk space itself. As all of you know, the trunk comes with two different levels of storage essentially. This level pops up and you look down into a deep pocket. The trunk organizer fits into this space. Interestingly, it's going to provide us with a way to put things in here in an organized fashion. But you'll also notice that this particular lid fits either above or below so that it can step down. It's very important to also note that trunk organizer fits regardless of where this lid is placed. So it's very effective. So let's take this lid, put it back up here, and now we'll talk about the installation of trunk organizer. Trunk organizer has been designed exclusively for the trunk well dimensions of your Model X. So it fits perfectly. It will come pre-assembled, so you don't have to assemble it. Let's talk a little bit about how we need to install it. It's a very quick install. You'll note that trunk organizer has a high side and a low side, okay? That's designed so that it will fit exactly within the trunk space. We take the high side and place it facing forward in the car. We then take trunk organizer, slide it down, and into the trunk well space. Now there's something very important to note right now. It turns out that even though we place it into the trunk well space, if you need to hide items, it's very easy to do. We can take this out and you'll notice that, for example, down there we have a ratchet and some other random items. You can place them below. Trunk organizer covers them beautifully, never to be seen. So let's place it back in, just like this, down like this, down like this, and off we go. Trunk organizer is now in place. Now, a couple of key features that I think are very important. Number one, these dividers, as you see, are placed kind of in a symmetric way. They're slots every 5 or 6 inches. But we can remove any one of the slots and move it over to place it into another slot. We can take a slot out and simply eliminate it. So you can create the spacing and the organization that you need, whether it's for grocery bags or car cleaning gear or small camping equipment. You can create any kind of a division that you need for this product. Let's put this back in place, just like this. Couldn't be easier. And let's just arbitrarily fill it up with a few things. For example, we can take our charging cable and put it into a nice space there, well organized. Some car cleaning gear, put it into this space, as you can see. Maybe a towel, tools, whatever you need. You'll note there's an awful lot of space here. Once your gear is in place, you can then simply close the trunk well lid and trunk organizer disappears. But it's very important to note that if you'd like the lid to be at its lower setting, trunk organizer still fits perfectly. That would allow you, for example, to tilt your rear seats up if you're carrying additional passengers. Trunk organizer presents absolutely no problems for that. Another useful feature of trunk organizer is the handholds. They allow you to pull trunk organizer in and out relatively easily. It is important to note that you should never carry trunk organizer around by its handles with more than 15 or 20 pounds of material in it. But in fact, it does provide you an easy way to get trunk organizer in and out of the vehicle. In addition, when you're on the high lid setting, we can open the lid and place additional materials right on top of the trunk organizer. For example, here a yoga mat, even a beach chair, folding beach chair of course, can go right on top. We can then close the lid and we have very nice storage with trunk organizer in place. So to summarize, we have a product that's been designed exclusively for your Model X trunk well. It can be organized in a customizable fashion, so you can place the dividers where you need them. It can be used to hide items below it. People, unless they're very familiar with a Model X, wouldn't even realize they were there. And in addition, when the trunk lid is placed on the high setting, you can place additional items on top of Trunk Organizer and still close the lid. But it's also important to note that even when you put the lid on the lower setting, Trunk Organizer fits very nicely. Trunk Organizer is a great way to store and organize the things you need to carry in your Model X trunk well. It's available exclusively at EVANNEX.com.